Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Dr. Udi Samanhudi MPD as a lecturer in the academic speaking course. My name is Tati. Here I will present about why people are becoming idiot with the technology. The reason you cannot recall. The internet is changing the way your brain works. According to some fascinating research from Columbia University for Professor Betsy Sparrow, PhD, published in Science Journal. By acting as a personal memory bank, search engines are making you better at remembering how and where to find information, but worse at remembering the actual information itself. Your driving is getting worse. According to research published in 2012 in the Journal of Cognitive Neuroscience, the researchers found evidence that your brain has a limited capacity for processing too much information at one time, making it challenging to both pay attention to direction on your GPS screen and the actual route in front of you. Focusing on remembering the direction we've just seen on the screen means that we are more likely to fail to observe other hazards around us on the road, like an approaching motorbike or a pedestrian on a crossing. Even though we might be looking at where we're going. Study author Nili Levy, PhD, professor at the University College London's Institute of Cognitive Neuroscience, told Science Daily. Next, your grammar and spelling is horrible. Let's face it, autocorrect is primarily a source of humor. Its files have become such a ubiquitous part of our nomenclature that there's even a whole site dedicated to tracking them. But in addition to embarrassing us, sloppy texting may also make us less able to catch spelling mistakes while we read other material. That's, be- that's because the brain is adept at making sense of words as long as the first and last letters are the same, a skill that texting seems to enforce. When you get so used to making sense of your friends' many typos, you may fail to notice your own while proofreading an important email or report for work. The next slide is you cannot remember what you read. A study published on ResearchGate showed that those who read a short story on paper remember significantly more detail than those who read it on a Kindle. Lead researcher and Bergen, University of Stavanger, Norway, believes that the brain may use physical cues, such as the position on the page or the location in a print book, to help on the memory process. When you read on paper, you can sense with your finger a pile of pages on the left drawing, and shirking on the right pointing toward the garden. You have the tactile sense of progress in addition to the visual. The differences for Kindle readers might have something to do with the fact that the fixity of a text on paper and its very gradual unfolding of paper as you progress through a story is some kind of sensory overload, supporting the visual sense of progress when you're reading. And the last, just looking at your cell phone wrecks your brain. According to scientists at the University of Texas, Austin, in a study published in the Journal of the Association for Consumer Research, researchers asked students to take tests that demanded close concentration, which, which were designed to measure the brain's ability to hold and process data. The volunteers were asked to switch their cell phone to silent mode, then leave them on the desk, in their pocket or bag, or in another room. Test takers fared far better when their phone was in another room than they did when it was present. MCCOM's assistant professor Adrian Ward told Science Daily that this could be because it takes effort to ignore our phones. Your conscious mind is not thinking about your smartphone, he said. But that process, the process of requiring yourself to not think about something, uses up some of your limited cognitive resources. It is a brain drain. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.